reactions now coming in. Now, Congress leader Jairam Ramesh has called Rijiju out, saying he doesn't have the guts to have an official event on the instrument of accession Jammu and Kashmir to highlight the facts, adding that he is lying, something he has picked up from his boss. That's the attack coming in from Jairam Ramesh after a press conference by Kiren Rijiju, where he listed out what he called were blunders of Jawaharlal Nehru. Now, Jairam Ramesh hitting out and saying he doesn't have the guts, he is lying, something he has picked up from his boss, attacking Kiren Rijiju as well as Prime Minister Modi with that tweet. That's the tweet coming in, but reactions continue to pour in, with the BJP also now reacting to it. Now, Amit Valvia has reacted, saying Jammu and Kashmir signed the same instrument of accession as all other princely states. Legally, the integration was complete, but Nehru arbitrarily insisted the accession was provisional. For 75 years, this seeded doubt and separatism. Big charge that is being levelled. Pradeep Datta joining us live. Pradeep, a big political controversy breaking out with the BJP saying there were 5 blunders. They've listed it out as well. The Congress party hitting out at the BJP.
Yes, a big political controversy has started ever since Kiren Rijiju had mentioned about the political blunders. They normally call it Nehruvian blunder. One, he was talking about that why Nehru insisted on plebiscite, because till date we have seen that often the Kashmiri leaders and the separatists, they keep on talking about holding a referendum. They said that promise has not been kept by India. Because already there was an accession. There was no need for a plebiscite, because at that time Maharaja Hari Singh signed instrument of accession. So there was no reason for asking for a plebiscite at that stage. Why they wanted to have a plebiscite? Because already a reason being that Pakistan had violated standstill agreement from day one. They were the one who tried to occupy this forcibly when they sent Pakistani army under the garb of raiders. And the third thing is that they had given half of the part to China and half of the part is being occupied by them. First, they will have to remove the army from that area. Only then they can talk about the plebiscite. So that was a Nehruvian blunder. The second thing is that it was a bilateral issue. Why it was to be decided at the United Nations? Why to internationalize this issue? Why taking it to United Nations? He committed the biggest ever blunder. So he was hinting out at several blunders that were committed by Prime Minister Nehru. And then again, from time to time, BJP keep on talking about why, in fact, Hindi Chini Bhai Pai, because when India was to be given a veto power, they decided that China should be given the permanent membership in United Nations Security Council. So there are so many Himalayan blunders and the Nehruvian blunders which BJP keep on talking about. And once again, the Rijiju had mentioned about that. That has started a political controversy, and we have seen that how the Congress is trying to hit out at them. They are saying that they have not been able to rehabilitate Kashmiri Pandits. The Kashmiri Pandits are being targeted by terrorists, and these are the diversionary tactics by BJP, because BJP has not been able to control situation in Valley, as the hybrid terrorists are targeting Kashmiri Hindus, and also elections are not held. So democratic process is not to be held in Jammu and Kashmir. So they are saying that these are diversionary tactics. But yes, so far as the BJP is concerned, from day one, in fact, they had been mentioning about the Nehruvian blunders, and today, once again, Kiren Rijiju has spoken about it and talked about these Nehruvian blunders that had led to the problem, and because of which today also we are facing that conflict in Kashmir Valley and so many problems. Had he taken the issue to United Nations, the Kashmir issue would have been sorted out, because it was not the provisional accession. Because when invaders came out to this side, we were in a better position to blame Pakistan at the international fora. It was Pakistan trying to forcibly occupy Kashmir, because they not only violated standstill agreement, but they also violated humanitarian norms, because they indulged in rape, plunder, killing of innocent Kashmiri. 3,000 Kashmiri Sikhs lost their lives, and it was only when the Indian army was able to reach on this particular infantry day, 27th, that finally they were able to stop them. Until date, Kashmir, the Indian army continues to be savior so far as people of Kashmir are concerned. So unnecessarily, Nehru was trying to give leverage to Pakistan, because he was trying to mention about that he was more concerned about his friendship with Pandit Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah than thinking about the interest of the country, because that was one of the reasons that they gave away POJK to Pakistan, because that was the area where more Pahari speaking people, and that was not under the influence of Sheikh Abdullah, because had that part been with Jammu and Kashmir today, I think Sheikh Abdullah would not have got the majority and he would not have become the chief minister or the prime minister at the time he was the prime minister. So he said that he was more about friendship with Sheikh Abdullah than thinking about the interests of the country. So that's one of the reasons that now Congress is hitting out at BJP, saying that how BJP is playing that diversionary politics, trying to divert attention from the real issue, and the real issue is the Kashmiri Pandits continue to be targeted by Pak-sponsored terrorists in Valley, and they are not able to improve situation, something what they had promised after abrogation of Article 370.
Absolutely. In fact, Pradeep, you know, the law minister as well said the very same thing, that for a long time, one propaganda had been going on that Maharaja Hari Singh had deterred on the accession completely, saying that it was Jawaharlal Nehru who was taking care of the accession of Jammu and Kashmir, and if not for these blunders, then the session would have taken place naturally, peacefully, and the country would not have bled for the last over 7 decades.
Yes, everybody knows, because if you go through the history books also, you will find that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru had no liking for Maharaja. One has to understand, if today Jammu and Kashmir is part of India, it is because of the instrument of accession that was signed by Maharaja Hari Singh. But see how Maharaja Hari Singh was treated. Maharaja Hari Singh had to leave Jammu and Kashmir till death. He stayed in Mumbai, and he was unceremoniously made to leave this place. So he was not given that due. That's one of the reasons that after so many years, finally in Jammu and Kashmir, we are having holiday on Maharaja's birth anniversary. We are having holiday on accession day for the last 3 years. Earlier there used to be a holiday on Sheikh Mohammed Abdullah's birth anniversary. That is no more a part of the holiday list. So things have really changed. So they were saying that that time Jawaharlal Nehru was more for friendship with Sheikh Abdullah than thinking about the Indian interest, taking issue to the United Nations, unnecessarily internationalizing it. There was no need for that. And then talking about plebiscite, why you want to hold a plebiscite when already the accession was done? So that means that when other 500 states have decided to be with the Indian dominion, so the same way Jammu and Kashmir has also become the part of India. So there was no need for referendum or plebiscite. Referendum or plebiscite means that the people of Jammu and Kashmir on both the sides will be deciding. Already we know that Pakistan had forcibly occupied that region, so there was no need for that. I think India had a very strong case to blame Pakistan, that how they violated human rights, how they violated standstill agreement. They did not keep up their word. They sent Pakistan army under the garb of raiders. It was that time Major General Akbar Khan who was leading that invasion in Kashmir in 1947. They killed nuns, they raped nuns, they killed not many Kashmiris, them got involved in loot and plunder. And I think India had a very strong case. But Jawaharlal Nehru was...
All right, in fact...
कड़ा कदम उठाया है, उसको सारा देश आज जानते हैं, साथ दे रहे हैं, और कश्मीर को भारत से कोई अलग नहीं कर सकते हैं. लेकिन दुख के बात यह है कि कश्मीर का आधा हिस्सा अभी भी पाकिस्तान के कब्जे में है और कुछ हिस्सा पाकिस्तान ने चीन के हवाले कर दिया. तो ये हकीकत है, इसमें नई बात तो मैंने कुछ कहा नहीं है.
सर, जो 5 गलतियां यूनाइटेड नेशन की आती है, इन 5 में से भी अगर मैं कहूं कि सबसे बड़ी गलती आपको कौन सी लगती है, जो कि जिसको कि कहा जाए कि सबसे पहली और सबसे बड़ी यही गलती है?
नहीं, ये 5 गलतियां ऐसे है कि इसको अलग अलग भिन्न करके हम नहीं देख सकते हैं. पहले तो महाराजा हरि सिंह खुद ज्वाइन करना चाहते थे, तो नेहरू जी ने उसको रोक दिया. अब इसको छोटी गलती तो हम नहीं कह सकते हैं. फिर उसके बाद में जब वहाँ पाकिस्तान के लोगों ने जब अटैक किया, अपना रूप बदल करके अटैक किया, उस समय भी नेहरू कह रहे थे कि नहीं आना चाहिए. और जो इसको कश्मीर को स्पेशल कह करके आर्टिकल 370 डाल करके टेम्पररी प्रोविज़न बनाना, इसको हम क्या छोटे कह सकते हैं कि नहीं कह सकते? या जो ये घर का मामला है, इसको वो यूनाइटेड नेशन में ले गए और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय विवाद मुद्दा बनाया, इसको क्या हम छोटे गलती कह सकते हैं कि? तो इसमें छोटा कोई है ही नहीं है. ये 5 ब्लंडर ऐसा है जिसका कीमत आज भी चुका रहे हैं. लेकिन अच्छी बात यह है कि मोदी जी ने सुधारने का जो प्रक्रिया शुरू कर दिया है. अब आगे जा कर के कश्मीर में शांति भी आएगी. इसलिए मैंने कहा कि एक चीज़ अभी भी अधूरा रह गया. अभी भी आधा कश्मीर पाकिस्तान के ऑक्यूपेशन में है और एक हिस्सा चीन को उन्होंने भेंट कर दिया। तो ये चीज़ तो सबको खलते रहेंगे ना, ये चीज़ तो हम लोगों को चोट रहेंगे। इसलिए इतिहास ऐसा चीज़ है कि हम इतिहास के उस पन्नों से सही चीज़ को ला करके जो सीख लेना है, जो करेक्शन करना है, आगे जो चीज़ करना चाहिए वो भी हमको तय करना है। तो मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में आज कश्मीर के ऊपर में जो उन्होंने निर्णय लिया है, आज पूरा देश साथ दे रहे हैं।
सर, आपको लगता है कि जो रिहेबिलिटेशन का मुद्दा है ठीक ढंग से उसको बहुत जल्दी कर पाएगी? क्योंकि कांग्रेस और विपक्ष के लोग इसी चीज़ को लेकर के ज़्यादा सवाल उठा रहे हैं।
नहीं, विपक्ष का इसका बात ही नहीं है। जो मोदी जी ने किया वो कोई सोच भी नहीं सकते थे और दूसरा लोग तो कर भी नहीं पाया। और मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में गृह मंत्री जी ने जिस तरीके से हैंड्स ऑन जम्मू कश्मीर का लॉ एंड ऑर्डर और बाकी चीज़ों को हैंडल कर रहे हैं, इसके अलावा कुछ सोचने का, कुछ कहने का है ही नहीं है, कोई विकल्प नहीं। यही रास्ता था और यही रास्ता रहेगा।
Okay, all right. That's a reaction coming in from the law minister. He said that these were the 5 big blunders that were made by Nehru, and he also listed out the blunders, saying each of them cost India because there was no peaceful accession.